Hey everyone, today we have a little bit of a special and different video, which is why 2025 is the year for you to start your online business. And especially if you are in tech, trust me, I've got some insider insights that I think you're going to find very valuable. So let's get into it. So before we jump in, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm the founder and CEO of Crin, which is a payment facilitator and a merchant of record. So we work with indie hackers, micro SaaS, and all types of online businesses to help them not only accept payments, but to also facilitate and help with any of the headaches of tax and compliance to allow them to sell globally, without them really having to go through those headaches of hiring an accounting team, understanding which tax jurisdiction they already crossed the threshold or not, and having to then start collecting and remitting taxes to those specific jurisdictions. So because we are so exposed on our day-to-day lives with these businesses, with micro SaaS, with SaaS businesses, with indie hackers, we've got a quite good insight on what is actually working on the market right now and what it's not. And that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today. And hopefully we can be helpful on your journey as well and help you decide what you should focus on this new year and help you start an online business as well during this year. So let's go. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Yeah, AI. So if you are watching this channel, there is a very big chance that you are a software engineer or that you are building some type of side business. And a lot of people are fearing with a lot of right that AI is going to take our jobs, that the job market is going to go through some type of recession. And although those are completely valid and fair points, a lot of people are also starting to use AI and leveraging it to build really incredible businesses right now. And we are seeing this massive influx of very talented people starting their own side businesses because of this uncertainty that the IT job market and all these concerns about AI are driving right now to these people. Although, yes, obviously that's a terrible feeling to feel. Uncertainty with your 9-to-5 job is not great, generates a lot of stress. At the same time, I'm very happy to see a lot of talented people making that jump and having that fear almost as a catalyst to do that jump, to make that step, to start their own side businesses. And I'm really glad to be seeing this influx of IT professionals that are super qualified, super talented, building on their own right now. And I hope that you that are watching this right now also is aiming to build something of your own in 2025. And after all, people are starting to realize that the 9-to-5 job is not really that safe anymore, right? And what is actually safe is having that business or that automated process while you use Leap generating your MRR, right? That is much safer than a job. And let's get into it. Now, let's start with something that is a little bit counterintuitive, because the best way to start, especially if you haven't built products before, it's not really going to be starting something new or trying to reinvent the wheel. It's really going to be trying to copy something that is working. And let me explain why. So remember when I was introducing myself, saying that I've been exposed to these businesses on a daily basis for a very long time right now? Well, it's helped us understand a lot of the market at the moment. And businesses that many thought were saturated already, that are simply copycats, they're working really well. And we are seeing people apply the same framework and the same rules to very different types of businesses and software with the same strategies, and they work over and over again, guys. So I'm talking about the AI photo headshots, about the AI music generators, AI image generators, PDF quizzes, all those simple applications that have hundreds, if not thousands, available online for you to use, that everyone thinks that it's super saturated. Well, these ones are working very well, guys. And we are seeing the actual numbers, the actual revenue from these businesses. And I can tell you that, hey, if you apply one of the rules that we're going to explain a little bit further on this video, you will be able to succeed much easier with these types of businesses than trying to build something new that the market haven't seen yet. So, as we were saying, you can see an AI image generator and think, there are tons of those online, right? But what about an AI image generator specifically for kids' drawings? Okay, that exists. All right. So what about an AI image generator for kids' drawings that are only cartoon style and specifically for Brazil? That one, I think that it might not exist yet. And that's the route that we're going to take. And this is going to be the standard of this framework that we're going to be applying in 2025. So, for example, AI headshots. People really like to see their demographic being represented on the landing pages of the services that they buy, especially when it is some type of photography or some type of image that generates of them, right? So why not make one of those targeting specifically Sweden or Nigeria or your local market, right? The market that you have knowledge about. And the same for PDF quizzes as well. Why not make one specific for computer science or for mathematics with specific questions that are going to be designed in a way to target computer science ones, or charts that are going to be designed to make specific questions within mathematics should be more interactive, right? So all these businesses that we just talked about, they are real examples, and they are real examples that works, that generate revenue. And they didn't start with revolutionary ideas, right? They just took existing concepts that already exist on the market and either specialized for a specific niche or specialized for a specific location or demographics. They either added unique features for a particular industry or a particular group of users, and they improved the user experience significantly on that specific feature that made them differentiate themselves. So again, the framework is we get something that is already working on the market right now. We apply one of these 4 differentiators to it, and we launch our business. That is going to have a significantly higher percentage and chance to succeed for you, especially if you haven't built another business before. Now, of course, if you have distribution, if you have a huge YouTube channel or a huge Twitter following, that's not going to apply a lot for you. You can be much bolder on your ideas, on what you are building in this year, but what we're seeing over and over again is that distribution here is key. And by taking these concepts that we just talked about, distribution for you is going to be much easier. So now that we identified and understood what's actually working on the SaaS market right now for bootstrapped founders like you, I want to propose a framework and a plan to help you succeed in 2025. So with this framework, we are going to be obviously objectifying consistency overall. Consistency is the name of the game here, and hopefully maintaining a steady, persistent approach to building and improving these products with the ones that are ultimately going to succeed. And it's not really going to be about making huge leaps overnight. It's really about taking those small, calculated steps every single day. This is especially crucial in today's rapidly evolving tech landscape, where it's very easy to get distracted by a new technology, by a new framework that gets out. So our roadmap, our framework is going to be 6 steps, okay? Step number 1, identify a successful SaaS product in your area of expertise or interest. So we are just going out, we are going to Google, we are going to try to find what is working right now on the market that we find interesting, or that we know that we can code or we can build very easily, either with the help of AI tools or building our own. Now, the second step, we are going to research their weaknesses and underserved niches. So simply go to Google Trends or try to find their competitors for specific locations, demographics, industries. Try to understand who this application or this product is not serving at the moment. Now, the third step is a very important one. We need to consistently separate at least X amount of minutes or hours per day to work on this online business that you can commit to. Okay, and now the fourth step is that we're going to double that amount every 2 weeks. So if we're going to right now be working on our 9-to-5 job, we're going to separate 30 minutes per day to work on this online business. It's important to not work more actually than those 30 minutes on the first 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, we're going to double that to 1 hour. And then after 2 weeks again, we're going to double that to 2 hours. And that's going to make us adjust to this amount of time that we are spending on that online business. It's going to help us not feel overwhelmed or frustrated when we don't see results. And it's going to help us keep that consistency that is going to be necessary for you to succeed in 2025. And obviously, at some point, you're going to be at 6-8 hours per day. Obviously, we don't need to keep doubling that. So follow this framework until you reach a capacity that you are comfortable, that you know that you can keep doing it every day, and you are going to arrive there. I guarantee you. So the fifth step here is to build that MVP, focusing on one key differentiator from one of those that we spoke about before. So just as a refresher, we spoke about 4 different differentiators, right? So specializing for a specific niche, specializing for a specific location or demographic, adding a unique feature for a particular industry, or improved user experience. So these are the 4 differentiators that we talked about before. We're going to build that MVP focusing on only of one of those differentiators. Obviously, we can add other ones after we have already built that MVP, but for beginning, let's just use one of those 4. And then the 6th and last step is to focus heavily on SEO from day 1. Distribution, again, is going to be the hardest part for you to overcome. So if you focus on SEO from day 1, understand what are people searching for, understand what's that specific location or demographic searches for, then you're going to have a much higher chance to win and to succeed with that specific product. Alright guys, 2025 is going to be your year, our year. The tools are here, the market is ready, and you have the skills. Don't wait for the perfect idea. Start with what works and just make it better. Remember, the best time to start is yesterday, and the second best time is now. I see you on the next video, and I wish you a great 2025. Bye-bye.